Hello out there, all my crafty friends. I'm back. I have been, life has still been a little bit crazy. And just to let y'all know, it's just taking me a while to get some things done. I had all these ideas for Christmas, and this is the only journal I've gotten done so far. I'm working on another one. I'm working on a snowman one that, now where did I set it? That I wanted to show you as well. So I'm working on this one too. It's a binder, the cook ring binders. So I'm hoping to have it finished and in the shop next week or first of the week if I can work on it. If I can work on it all day tomorrow. Today's Saturday. I hope I can get these videos to load, because when they load, these 3 journals will be in my shop. I've got this one, and then the Mother Goose, and then the 1 syllable primer book that I finally finished up. But anyway, this one turned out really cute. I had a lot of fun with this book. It's, very non-traditional with some traditional colors mixed in. The story is really cute. It's called The Mitten. It is 2 ring. I bound it with 2 rings, and they're kind of like a bronze ring. And it is 7 3/4 by 10 inches. So it's a really good size. There's like 56 pages total. That's not including front and back. That's just 56 pieces total in here. I did make the tie for it. Like I do my normal ties. You don't have to use it that way. You can use the book. You can use it in the book any way you want to. I just put, several different colors, and some of it's Christmassy. So it has this really cute little deers on it. The fabric that Jessica sent me, and, some other ginghams and things like that. And then Jessica also sent me this book right here, and I was totally inspired to make a journal with this. I've got little strings and strands everywhere. There's a lot of sewing in this book, but I did it all in white stitching, so it'll be subtle in the video. You can see it a whole lot better in person. I made a charm, and I still have a lot of strings coming off of this, but I made a charm here with a Tim Holtz charm. So it's got some really pretty beads, a bell, peppermint charm, and just some other pieces. This is a crystal that I found at my favorite store. I found a bunch of crystals and a little really pretty button, and some other little bits and pieces of other broken jewelry pieces that I had. And then I totally swiped this idea from Jessica, how she did the button wrap around in that last set of binder journals she did like stash journals. So I did this the same way, so that you can use this as a charm, or you can take this button off. Okay, it's just wrapped on there with the cord, the band stuff, the elastic band. And you can use this throughout your journal, all these pieces, if you want to that way. Or you can just keep it like this, as a tassel. And then I made a bunch of these little mittens by hand. This is hand drawn, hand cut, like cereal boxes and stuff like that, and then covered with paper, and then that's just a faux stitching around it. So I added one of those to that. So that's the little charm and dangle that goes with it. And then on the outside, I used that little deer fabric, and then the pom-pom trim. And then on the back, I did the same thing. I did the little deer fabric and the blue pom-pom trim. And I thought it just looked really cute with this. And this little story is adorable. So there are Christmas things in here, but you could, you can use it as a Christmas journal, or you could almost use it like a winter journal. You could take the few things in here that say Christmas or Merry Christmas out of here if you want to. I think it would be a super cute December daily, even though I know I'm a little behind the game. But if you're like me, I've started mine. I still have mine from last year to finish. It's all set up to do. I just haven't finished it. And then I've already started setting up my one for this year. And it'll probably be the end of January this year before I get both of those finished. So if you're kind of like me and you're not ahead, this would be a great, great December daily. So the book is really cute. And the 2 rings I've found, I almost like doing the 2 rings versus 3. I think it works better. It's easier to pull things in and out. It seems to do a little bit better. This is just a template that I made where I punched the holes, so you can use that as a template. And then on the back of the actual book pages, I did not reinforce the holes on both sides. I reinforced it on the lighter side, so you can't really see that, but it's there. The reinforcers are there. Because it's an old book. It's from the 60s. And then I put the plastic dividers in here, like I've been doing, and just added the paper. I still got glue on my hand, y'all. I apologize. Hold on. Life has been crazy. I've been trying to get stuff done and enjoy the process and not rush myself, and then enjoy some of the other things that are happening right now. And one of those things is my son, my youngest son, he's been staying here with me on the weekends because he travels for work during the week, and just trying to, he had a rough year last year, and he's trying to get back on his feet. And so he's been staying here and working, and him and his girlfriend just found a place today, so we are so excited. But I've been helping them with that, and the holidays, and then I got a grandbaby on the way, so it's just a lot. And she's been in and out of the hospital a couple of times, so we're trying to keep her, she's on bed rest, trying to keep her from having the baby prematurely. So it's just, and then my dad was in the hospital for a little bit, so just been a lot going on, y'all, but everybody is good. We are all well. But so this is just a music paper that I folded up and made a big pocket out of. I tried to embellish in some places, but again, I'm trying to leave you space to do your own thing. And lotion and everything, that stuff all over me. So like here, I put December in here, but if you don't want to use it as December daily, if you want to use it as winter, you could just put something right over that. This is a belly band. Just put you some plain cardstock in here and a sticker. This is a fold out with a little star paper clip. And I thought this was a really pretty fabric that was gifted to me. It's like an upholstery sample fabric, but it just went really well in here, and it's blue. It's like blue and tan. Went really well with the colors. So this story is from 1964, and the whole book is intact and in here. And it's just a super cute little story about this little boy who goes out in the woods to gather wood for his family, for the fire, and he loses a mitten. And when he loses his mitten, there's all these little critters that are in the woods that are cold. So, all these little critters come along and try to get in the mitten to stay warm. So it's just a really cute little story. And that's all I'm going to tell you about it. But I love the colors I love these colors. It's like this aqua tealish color. I hope it really comes through on the video. Super, super cool illustrations, super cute story. And then I stuck some other little pages from a little bear book in here. Just made a little tab here and put this little chipboard that says Warm Wishes. This is a recycle piece from the office. These are some of those kind of rubbery sort of dividers. And then I just put a little sticker there with a deer and a little, like a little sprig of pine or something that says this is the most wonderful time of the year. This you can do anything with. You can collage on it. You could sew something on it. You could put pictures on it. You could cut it up in pieces and make tags out of it if you want to. And then here I just made a little tag that says Peace on Earth, and this flips out. Here's an old book page with the snowman, and I just stitched it to the back of, this is a sort of a thick, fairly thick cardstock paper. And then made a pocket out of it, and then just made this big tag and just put this little joyful tag on there. I tried to do some things that weren't so permanent so you can, you know, make this your own. And it will come with a bag of goodies. It will come with some extra fabrics for you to play with, to make pockets out of if you want to, or tabs. And I'll put some buttons in it, and you know, some extra papers and goodies and stuff like that. This is another music page that I just made into a pocket. Okay, I don't have anything in there, and I just put some little stickers down here and some little stickers over here that say Holly Jolly. And then I did a piece of ledger paper and stitched it so you can use it, you know, you can use it however you want to use it as a page. I just stitched it here. So if you want to glue it down here and use it as a pocket, or if you want to tear it out and use it for collage somewhere, or, you know, make you a little note thing out of it. Put a little pocket here out of some little scrap piece of gingerbread fabric that I had, and made this little tag that says nice and cozy here, and it's got a little chipboard tree, and it just opens up like that. So you could put a picture on the back, or a little picture here, journal on the inside. You know, same old deal, whatever you want, same deal, whatever you want to do. And this flips out. Ton of space in here, kind of like I've done my other journals like this. Another one of my little handmade mittens. This one I did stitch across the top, so it's there, okay? Unless you want to cut it out, and that's possible too. And then put a little star. This is a little chalkboard painted star. I put a little sticker snowflake on the back here, but you could write the year on here. You could add it to your charm. Do whatever you want to do with that. And then I filled these pockets with a bunch of fun little goodies. So there's a little clay Christmas tree button. There's some little Christmas buttons that I bought from Erin. Another mitten. It's little cuttable, printable that I cut out from the Graphics Fairy. Some little vintage printable little gift tags. A little elf, snowflakes, one of my star buttons. Just a ton of some fun stuff for you to play with there. Another piece of cardstock. I just stitched a piece of the scrap of the paper here, and then this is one of my paper clips that I made a while back with just a little fabric in the button. There's a couple of these Christmas type recipe cards in here, which I think are really cool. And made a pocket out of this with the snowman. Made a pocket here, put you some things in here to play with. A little label and a star sticker. This I made into an envelope with the lights on it, and I have not glued it, so I left it so you could, if you want to use it in another way, you can, or you can glue that. Another little flip out with a tab and a sticker. This is a printable I purchased from Etsy, and I can't remember the shop. If you're interested, let me know, and I'll put that, I'll go look it up. But I just made this like a little page, and put another one of those little tabs, those little chipboard tabs up here. I just stapled it, and on this side it will serve as a little tuck. Here I have a fabric pocket that I stitched in, and then this is a printable from the Graphics Fairy that I cut out for you so you can use him somewhere, and one of my tags that I made using, I went through all my old Christmas cards and kind of decided which ones I wanted to recycle. So this is one that I chose to recycle, so it has a little Santa image on the back. I'm just pushing these staples in. I apologize, I'm talking kind of fast. I want to get this done before my son gets back. So he goes in here. This is a printable I purchased off of Etsy, and just some scraps of paper and a little tag that says Holiday Joy. So that'd be fun to put a picture on or journal on. Then you can use the little puppy wherever you want to. This little tab says Jingle All the Way. It's the little mouse in the mitten. Mouse and the frog in the mitten. And then another little pocket page, and I just stuck some different little journaling cards in there. This one, I just stitched this piece of scrap paper to this page to extend this page a little bit bigger. You can see how big that is. Lots and lots. I mean, this, when you do this, it gives you a ton of space to write, or you can paint, or you can cover this with tissue paper, you put pictures, collage, whatever you want to in there. And then I just clipped this little tag that says Holly Jolly Christmas and this little die-cut tree. Little reef sticker there. This came from another book that Jessica sent me, y'all. Jessica Rapp sent me a box of books a while back, and there was several Christmas things in there, and the Pokey Puppy First Christmas, the big book, was in there. So I made an envelope out of that. I just folded it and stitched it. So here you can cover these words up, you know, and you still keep the little puppies or however you want to do that. And I just put a little clip to keep it shut. Another scrapbook page with a little tab. Book page. Another ledger page. This is just sort of, this is just one of those flips that you can journal on. Made a little collage on that. And I just have it just simply over the page like that. File folder. It's a recycled file folder that I just made into a little, you know, little pockets here and here where you can tuck things, and there's some journaling cards in there. Stitched across and put a few stickers. Another piece of scrapbook paper with a little paper tab. Another pocket with some stickers that I added on here. And I did not add, just so you know, I did not add extra glue to these stickers, and I did that for a reason, because I really think that if you lightly pull, if you want to move these around somewhere, you can. So if you do get this book, I would suggest going and add, if you want to keep it the way I did it, just add you a little bit of extra glue back there so that they don't, over time, pull up. I don't think they will. I think they're pretty sturdy, but a lot of times I add extra glue to my stickers, but I didn't in this book, so that gives you an option, you know, to kind of move them around. So there's some other little cards in here, a little envelope, vintage envelope, a little glassine envelope. And then I put a big plastic page protector in here, and this one is like 6 by 9. So you could put a big photo in here, or you could do you a page that size and put pictures on it and just slide it in this sleeve. Or you could add your Christmas cards. That's another good way to just keep other keepsakes in here in this plastic sleeve. Whatever you want to do with it. Just a super cute, fun book to make. And I just added a lot of goodies. This is a little tag that I made last year that I had in my stash. It says "Do not open till Christmas." It's got the little eyelet on it with the little ribbon. And this is one of the this is a printable that I purchased off Etsy. I think that's really cute. Put that in there, and just a little it's kind of a little game thing. Can you spot the difference between the snowman, a little popcorn bag, that other little bear book page, and a little tab with a snowflake. And then this is a Graphics Fairy image that I print and fussy cut, and I stitched them to this flash card. I just thought that was something cute and different. And you could journal around him. You know, you could put a picture on the back or just journal. If you're doing a December daily or whatever, you could use it for day 14 or day 9 and block out the other number. A lot of things you can do with that. This one I didn't add anything to. I just simply put that one in there as a flip, because I'm going to give you a bunch of other stuff to use. So this, I made the 3 pockets again, and I tucked another one of my little handmade tags in here with a cluster. There's a large doily. There's a vellum envelope. There's a My Wish List for Santa, which is another Graphics Fairy flashcard, a little tag, and a little tag that I made from some of the images out of that Pokey Little Puppy book, Christmas book. And then this is towards the end of the book, and another little recipe card. This came out of an Ideals magazine. I just thought it was really cool. You could use this somewhere else in the book if you wanted to. A little poem on here. And that's the last page, well, the last 2 pages of the story. And then there is a bag also in the back that's sort of like a parchment, but in between a parchment and a lunch bag texture. You can see through it. And I've put a couple of items in here and a little bag and some hole reinforcers. But I'll probably add some other goodies in here, other paper items, and then the fabric and buttons will be separate from the book. So that is the mitten, and I did not add book corners, simply because. Yeah, they've got some wear on them, but I just like the way that looks. So let me fix this little thing's hanging out here. I really like the way it looks, and I just felt like the book corner would kind of take away from the look of this particular book. Now, if you want this book and you want to purchase it, if you want book corners on it, let me know. I'll add them for you. But I don't know. I like that worn look on this particular book, and you can see. I mean, it's not super bad. I don't know. I just kind of liked it there on this one. So anyway, so that is the mitten, and when this video's up, it'll be in my shop. And I want to thank you all once again for your love and your support. And I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody has a great holiday, whatever you celebrate, Christmas, or whatever you celebrate. I celebrate Christmas, and I hope you like this. Let me know what you think. And then also I've got some. I'm gonna add a couple of these larger mitten tags. I made a bunch of these. I've been working on these kind of randomly as well. And, it's kind of cutting a bunch of these out and stuff is kind of mindless work that I've kind of been doing more of that. So I'm going to put a couple of these in this as well. So you'll get a couple of those. And all right, so I'm going to quit rambling now. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up. And I'll, or if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And if you are already a subby, thank you again. And I'll be back shortly with the other 2 journals that I finished. And that's probably going to be all that I have in the shop. Except maybe I may put a few. I'm thinking about trying to put a few little Christmas kits together. If anybody's interested, let me know. Okay? I'll be back soon with those other 2 journals. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye.